and this confidence is should be strengthened in the association of the devotees. So therefore we should never leave the association of devotees and never stop chanting and serving Krishna. So faith is a most important thing, and Srila Prabhupada also many places describes that actually we can become Krishna conscious immediately. It's just a simple, just a matter of accepting and understanding. We hear that you are the eternal servant of Krishna, okay? But does it really? It doesn't really maybe enter. We don't understand it, or other things. We hear that that bubbles on water, or the desert on the earth, or for example, are from the sinful reaction that Indra got, that's why we have deserts on this planet. So that's why we have deserts. And the trees, the sap from the trees, is also a sinful reaction from Indra. And also this with the wind and the water. One can ask why is it difficult maybe for us to just accept or have faith in all this? Or maybe we don't, it's not that we not have faith, but we don't have strong faith. But we can see from Srila Prabhupada that he always had very strong faith in the Vedas. Even a moon landing nothing could, change his faith. Very strong faith in the Vedas. So the mind has to accept some authority, or else it will just speculates. It speculates its way out. That's a mad person. A mad person just speculates, and then the mind says, "You're Napoleon." Okay, I'm Napoleon. But the mind has to accept some authority, so the mind is naturally in the mode of goodness and should accept the Vedas. So the Vedas are directly emanating from Krishna, and they are, it's called Shruti. That's why, because it must be received by being heard from authorities. So the Vedas are written, it's heard from Vyasadeva, and is accepted as without faults. It's the type of knowledge which is revealed. So if we could just learn to accept this, have faith in this, don't stop, understand this philosophy. We have so many books, we have so much knowledge to just make us understand that we should we have to become purified from this, to understand our sick position. So much knowledge is here, so many books, we also have Bhaktivinoda Thakur's books, so that we can understand that we are actually deceased in the material world. And the deceased persons, Srila Prabhupada always speaks of in his purpose, all these different kinds. These are impurities which are in us. We are also the impersonalists, we are also the Mahabhavis, the karmis, fruitive workers, but we have faith, we have accepted Krishna as God, we have had, every one of us, I guess, have had some experience of that, this strong feeling of I am Krishna's servant of the nectar, of being engaged in devotional service, being situated in our constitutional position, just we had a glimpse of it. And that gives us faith to continue with Krishna consciousness and continue the process of being purified. Because there's no way back. We know we always have to go forward. So it's a question of purification, and for us it's a question of how fast we want to be purified also, how much we can take, and also a question of our sincerity, how much are we willing to not look back about what we're leaving in. That's also to strengthen this this willpower, this will to serve Krishna, this conquer this weakness of the heart to give in for Maya. I want to enjoy, and then the next, I want to possess, I want to control. So, Srila Prabhupada explains this in the, I don't know if it's 7th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, that these two weaknesses of the heart one must conquer. So the first one is to be want to enjoy, and then want to possess. So these, but the process of Krishna consciousness is simply, if you can simply become attached to a devotee, a pure devotee. Prahlada Maharaj prays this in the 5th canto. There's different prayers of the inhabitants of Jambudvip. They pray to God. So there's also one prayer from Prahlada Maharaj. He prays to Nrsingadev, and he prays that, my dear Lord, I pray that may I never become attached to the prison of family life, which consists of all these things: home, wife, children, friends, relatives, bank balance, and so on. He prays that may he never become attached to this prison. And he says that if I do have some attachment, if I'm attached to anything at all, let it be for pure devotee, for those whose only friend is Krishna. So that's our choice. What do we want to be attached to? So if one is strongly, nicely following the process of Krishna consciousness, one can develop attachment and become attached to serving a pure devotee. Then it's possible to, even if it's presented to you, the whole package of a wife, first of all a wife, and maybe wealth also, wife and wealth, it's presented to you, then, but if you're attached to serving a pure devotee, then one can with intelligence, one can decide, do I want this, serve this, or do I want to serve this person I'm attached to? It's not that one cannot have both, but one cannot become attached to this other thing. And also Prabhupada further praised that those who are actually self-realized are perfectly satisfied just with the bare necessities of life. And therefore such people, they don't try to gratify their senses, and they quickly advance in Krishna consciousness. But for those who are very attached, become attached to material things, they find advancement very difficult. Just this is because of this weakness of the heart. And it becomes very difficult to make advancement because one is always the mind is always, wasn't this something there? Was this? So one cannot really make the determination. Boga Ishvarya Prasaktanam Taya Parita Chetasam Vyavasayatmika Buddhi Samala Navidiyate. Krishna says there in Bhagavad Gita, for those who are too attached to material opulence and sense gratification and are bewildered by such things, they find advancement troublesome, and the resolute determination for devotional service does not take place. So this is the anartha, this attachment for enjoyment, material enjoyment, but it's if you just pray sincerely and try our best, we can become even this, we can become free from this bewilderment. But for some of us who's getting older, time is running out. We can die at any moment. Especially when we get older, we have to become more sincere and more serious in spiritual life. So this verse encourages everyone to increase their faith by engaging in devotional service in the association of devotees, and especially Harinam Sankirtan, Chet Udarpanamaritanam, the whole Shikshashtakam with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu praise. Now this is the process, just engaged in Harinam Sankirtan, and then, because then we will experience the nectar we are hankering for, which can give us a higher taste, so that we can give up this these lower attachments, because it's very important for us to have taste. We need taste, we need love, we need bliss, we need relationships. So this taste is very important for us to get, and this comes by Harinam Sankirtan. And it also, the process is so nice, it gives direct experience. What is it? It gives, it is...
Direct perception of the soul?
Yeah, but that's in Bhagavad Gita. I just think about it in Chaitanya. It says, what does it say about it? Huh?
The supreme secret?
No. It is the life of all transcendental knowledge. It gives us transcendental knowledge. That's also, yes. That's part of it is that it gives it's the life of all transcendental knowledge, and it gives us the nectar we are hankering for. So therefore, actually, that is the conclusion here, that we should engage in Harinam Sankirtan, in the service of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Any questions?
Sure.
Yes.
Well, it was a wonderful class, and I just thought about today's Srivas Thakur's appearance day, and he was a perfect family man, and how he engaged all his family members in Lord Chaitanya's Sankirtan mission, and every day and night there was kirtan in his home, and he accepted Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda as his real sons in a way. So one time his own son died during a kirtan, and the women were crying, and then Srivas Thakur said, "Shh, don't disturb the ecstasy of Lord Chaitanya, and just keep quiet, and like it's nothing." So, but later on, Lord Chaitanya brought back the son to life, and the son explained that you are just my father and mother for this life, and please let me go on to the new destiny, and like that. So it's just, you can see also with the women, they were naturally very attached, and I think that we cannot not be attached, because it's completely normal for the soul to be attached to devotees, and especially devotees of Krishna. So we should also not become too afraid not to become attached. We should become attached to devotees, but if we are more attached to the spiritual master, as you said, and like that, then it is all right to be attached, because...
In this prayer, Prabhupada, he doesn't say, Bhagavad Lord, don't make me become married, don't make me have a wife. He just said, don't make me become attached to you.
But there are two types of attachment, yeah. Because if you are attached in a good way, you don't mind that your soul goes on to something happens to your family members, or you may die, or they may die. But if you are attached in a good way, you understand that the Lord is there, and He is guiding them into the new destination. But still, you are sad to lose the company of a devotee, but at the same time, you don't mind that they are going on to a new destination. So it is like every devotee is sad when a Vaishnava is leaving. Like we are sad when you are leaving for Norway.
Yeah.
You know? So it is alright to be attached in one way, but still if we are seeing that the Lord is also the hand, and then you are leaving, and then you come back again. Or maybe not, but if you are just happily situated in devotional service, then we are happy also.
I understand. It's true. One shouldn't misunderstand this attachment. But it's the problem is in the heart. If you think you are the enjoyer, how you should get purified on this, and you are attached to be the enjoyer in the family life, then one has a problem. Then one is one has exactly become attached towards, Prahlada said one should not be, actually he says one should not be attached to be the enjoyer of all this. And that's the difficulty. She was Thakur, his perfect example, being just being attached to this Lord Chaitanya with everything he has. But we see it's difficult. But it's also married life. It's also an opportunity to get purified from this, because one can live out one's attachment at the same time. One can purify this attachment to be the enjoyer. How does that? I don't know. I've been married, but it seems like purification doesn't. I don't know. I can just see around that I see some grihastas who really their children, they become devotees, initiated, they sing beautiful kirtan, and like wow. But
that's the way. Because if we are too attached, we become very bad preachers.
We are too attached.
We are too attached, then we just make this horror scene and we scare away new people.
Think so?
Yeah, I experienced it yesterday.
Yes.
I was just thinking of like faith as a means of preaching. Like you can say a lot of knowledgeable things and quote from scripture, like if you're on the street, but if you just say like very, very, very simple thing, but you say it with a lot of faith, it has a much bigger impact. So I was thinking, Srila Prabhupada, he said that purity is the force, so could you say that faith and purity is like a similar thing?
Yes, it is. Because the more pure you are, that's like the next stage. Actually, if you're very pure, you also get strong faith. The faith gets very strong. Because impurities is the anarthas, which makes you doubt all the time. Because you don't get what the anarthas want recognition, fame, whatever. And then you get doubts in Krishna consciousness. Doubt, why don't I have doubt? Don't get tangled. So one has to become purified from this, give up this Bhaktivinoda Thakur is look for upon a stool, and then faith becomes nishtha, strong faith. Yes, this goes hand in hand, purity and faith. I think we have to stop there. Thank you, everyone. Ratraj Srimad Bhagavatam Ki.
Jai!